All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to do something really practical. We're taking a brand new FortiGate firewall straight out of the box and turning it into a fully functional, secure gateway to the internet. And believe me, we're going to get you online in just a few minutes.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with the physical hookup, getting the lights blinking, then we'll jump into your very first login. After that, we'll fly through the setup wizard, create that all-important first firewall policy, and then we'll be online and secure. Let's get right into it.
First things first, we have to get everything physically plugged in. I mean, getting this foundation right is probably the most important step. But don't worry, it's actually super simple. Okay, we've only got 3 quick connections to make here. Step 1, obviously, plug in the power. Next, take an Ethernet cable and connect your computer to the management port. Now, this might be labeled MGMT, or on some of the smaller units, it could just be port 1. And finally, you'll connect the WAN port, usually WAN 1, to your internet modem. And that's pretty much it. The light should be on and blinking.
Okay, now this is a really crucial point. For your computer to actually talk to the FortiGate right out of the box, it needs to be on the same network. The FortiGate's default IP is 192.168.199, so we need to set our computer's IP to something in that same neighborhood, like 192.168.1.5. This just makes sure they're speaking the same language for this initial setup. So, with our physical connection solid and our IP address all set, it's finally time to log into the web interface and, start configuring the brains of this whole operation.
Go ahead and open up your favorite web browser and just type in https://192.168.1.99. Now, you're probably going to get a certificate warning. That's totally normal. Just click to proceed. And you should be greeted by this very login screen.
For this very first login, it's super simple. The username is admin, all lowercase, and you're going to leave the password field completely blank. Just hit login. And don't worry, the very next thing it does is force you to set a new secure password. The second you're in, you're not just dumped into some complex dashboard. The FortiGate immediately launches this handy setup wizard to guide you through all the most important initial steps. Honestly, it's designed to make your life easy.
So the first thing it's going to ask you to do is register with FortiCare. And this isn't just about getting tech support. This is what actually activates all of your security subscriptions. We're talking antivirus, web filtering, the whole shebang. It also lets the device get critical firmware updates. So yeah, it's a really essential step. Right after you register, the main wizard kicks off with this nice, clear checklist. Just click Begin, and it's going to walk you through changing your password, setting up the dashboard, and configuring automatic updates. It's really straightforward. Just follow the prompts, and you'll be golden. All right, the wizard is done. The FortiGate is technically configured, but it's also kind of like a brick right now. See, by default, firewalls block everything. So at this moment, 0 traffic can pass through it. Our next job is to create a rule, a policy, to open the gates for our legitimate internet traffic. So what even is a firewall policy? Well, think of it like a bouncer at a club. It has a list of rules that says exactly who can come in, where they're allowed to go, and what they can do once they're inside. Every single little data packet that tries to cross the FortiGate gets checked against these policies. To actually make this rule, you're going to go to Policy and Objects over in the left-hand menu, and then select Firewall Policy. From there, it's as simple as clicking that big Create New button. Okay, here are the key ingredients for our basic Let's Get on the Internet policy. We're essentially telling the FortiGate, if traffic comes in from our internal LAN, and it's trying to go out to the internet through the WAN port, let it pass. For now, we'll allow it from any source to any destination. Now, the final, absolutely critical piece is to make sure NOT is enabled. This is what lets all your internal computers share that one single public IP address from your internet provider. And with that one policy saved, you've done it. Any computer plugged into your LAN should now be able to open up a browser and start surfing the web. You have successfully and securely connected your network to the internet. It's that fast. And here's the proof. This is the cool part. You can now go to the dashboard and dive into tools like FortiView. You'll actually see traffic flowing, applications being identified, data moving back and forth. This is where the real power of the FortiGate starts to show itself. You get complete visibility into everything happening on your network. See, this kind of leaves us with a final thought. Getting online is just step 1. Your gateway is now a shield, sure, but it's also a sensor. The real work of security actually begins now by understanding what it's telling you. So,
With your logs now starting to fill up, what's the very first threat you should be looking for? And that really brings our initial setup to a close. We've gone from a sealed box to a secure, live internet connection. But of course, this is just the beginning. If you're a system administrator and you feel a bit uncertain about what to do next, fine-tuning these rules or exploring the more advanced security features, don't hesitate to seek out some expert assistance. There's professional help available to make sure your network isn't just online, but that it's truly secure. Thanks for tuning in.